Hi folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. I'm back with another video. Alrighty, so it is time for a book review. This is part of my clearing out my Kindle. However, this is its own separate thing. So I have a couple of files on my Kindle that are actually clumped together in like 3 or more books. And so this is The Mystery of Max, and this is actually book number 11. So I finished it yesterday, and now I'm finally getting around to actually doing the video. Alright, so I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful day. I had a good one. Anyways, so this is entitled here. What the heck? Hold on, I'm gonna. Alright, so it is Puurfect Betrayal, and this is book number 11. Weirdly enough, this is really weird. If I go to the next one, the previous book, the previous title deletes. I don't get it, but anyways, perfectly Betrayal. Okay, I'll go back to it and make sure I put the right one down. But anyways, book 11. There's a total of, for people that want to know about these big collections, there's a total of 20. So I finished I finished book 11. Now I'm on book 12, and book 12. I'm going to actually start reading on Friday. So, yeah. So now time to get to book 11. So, Puurfect Betrayal is starts off with 3 kittens that are discovered, and it also includes Odette's grandmother. Sometimes I wonder how she is in the whole thing, who gets these vitamins. That turns out to be ecstasy. So, anyways, they get the 3 kittens and they bring them in, and the older cats are they're quite know what to make of this these kittens. And not long after that, they get discovered. You have a woman called Carmilla that's murdered, and then you have his name begins with J. I think it's like Jack or Jacob, or no, it's not. I know it's not Jason, but I think it's like Jack or Jacob. He's also murdered as well, and he is actually found at the bottom of the steps. So what basically happens is, I think it's Jack Dorset. I think that's the name of the character. He got divorced from this woman. I think was I don't remember what the wife's name was, but he had an affair with a woman called Carmilla. And what ends up happening is Carmilla gets murdered. Then Jack gets murdered. I'm hoping I'm getting the guy's name right. And we find out a lot of stuff about what happened. We find out that he was wealthy, and And of course, when when his wife divorced him, she took like all his money. Then we have a guy called Jeb who has this little dog, and Jeb gets beaten by these gang of men wanting him. So Jeb ends up in the hospital, and the little doggy thinks that Jeb is not going to be around anymore. Now, the cats encounter the dog in it. For people that don't know, people that are kind of like, what the heck is this book even about? So the book is book 11 in the Mysteries of Max, and every time that he brings out a new book, I always get it because I absolutely love this series. Anyways, so getting back to it, Odette can talk to cats, and she has them helping her out in solving various different kinds of mysteries, and they all have the word perfectly. It's the beginning of the title of the book, and then whatever it's supposed to be perfectly. Anyways, getting back to it, Odette's grandmother also can talk to cats as well, and she is taking the supposed vitamins. It turns out to be ecstasy, as I mentioned, and of course they go after this guy. It's a very confusing kind of book, though I did enjoy the confusion. And we find out that it is a woman called Faye who basically murdered both Carmilla and Carmilla's, boy toy. Anyways, it was a good one. We do finally encounter the woman that gave Odette the kittens, and she's so happy that these kittens are safe and sound and everything. And yeah, it was a really great book. I really enjoyed it a lot. Alright, so the next one that I have here, I will start that on Friday, which will be in 3 days. And I'm going to read that through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm at 11% of the collection read, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah. Now, when I get done with book 20, I will take it off the books that I'm reading, and what I will do is maybe here, when I get to book 15, I'm going to go ahead and get books 21 through 30, and this is actually a cheaper way to actually get these books because it comes in one big collection. So so my goal, hopefully I can do this. It'll take me like 5 weeks to read it. So as I said, when I get to when I finish book number 14 and I'm on book 15, I will go ahead and get books 21 through 30. So I will probably end up reading all those individual ones like sometime next year, because I'm literally I'm loving it. Anyways, that is my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.